Here is an example of an application with 3 agents. It's a sales consolidator. Retrieves the regional sales files from different regions in an input bucket, processes all valid files into a Cloud SQL database, which can be visualized by a sales visualizer. Any invalid files will be pushed into an error bucket, which will be handled by another sales error handler bucket and will be resubmitted back for processing. Here you can see an input bucket with a bunch of different sales data files coming from different states within the US. Some of these files could have errors when we process, and there is a error bucket as well, which will have all the files that are on any files with errors will be pushed into this bucket. I'll share the code base for this application, which includes the 3 agents that I'm talking about: the sales data consolidator, the error handler, and the data visualizer. I have deployed these agents and made them available through Agent Gallery in a Gemini Enterprise app. You can see all the 3 agents here. The sales data consolidator will actually set up a workflow so that it can run at a scheduled time, because this is a long running process. It takes some time to process. So let's say we have the agent running every morning at 9 a.m. and then we'll add the step to choose the existing agent, which is that sales data consolidator, through our workflow agent setup. And we'll give a quick prompt to say that, hey, process the data every day. And then this data consolidator actually knows where to pick the data from. It's already put into the code. It's configured into the code. Now we'll add an additional step to take the output of the sales data consolidator and generate a report. Although this is a scheduled job, we'll run it manually for now. Since this is a long running process, I'm going to speed it up. It processes all those bunch of files and generates a report. The execution is now complete. Let's look at the report, and it will contain the files that are processed and the files that are not processed and in errors. So you can see that there are 2 files that are in errors, and those 2 error files are added back to the error queue. So that was an example of a background agent. Now we'll switch to the conversational agent, the data error handler, which will use to fix those errors. So assume that there is a administrator who uses this agent to pull up the errors and fix them. You can see that there are some negative numbers and bad dates that the administrator is fixing. And once the fixes are complete, the files are pushed back to the input queue. The next agent is a conversational agent used by a business user who will visualize the data that was previously ingested into the database. So you can see how the data can be visualized. So that was an example of an application that is built using multiple agents, each agent used by different users, and it's a combination of background agents and conversational agents coming together to make it a complete application.